Hey, how's everybody doing today? Hopefully everybody's doing well. I hope that everybody's staying out there healthy and everybody's having a fantastic week. I do want to show this video essay or share my thoughts on the new Deadpool and Wolverine trailer and show why Deadpool 3 shows why the Marvel Universe is in fact not dead. Great year for the X-Men. Between Deadpool and Wolverine, which is in the X-Men continuity or within those characters, and X-Men 97, it's been a really good year for the X-Men. I mean, X-Men 97 being one of the better Marvel shows that we've gotten in years, and Deadpool and Wolverine looking to be a major hit, whether it's good or not. It's a very good year for the X-Men, and I think that that's been needed considering the fact that the X-Men has kind of died off ever since Logan had ended. Current MCU. I think that we can all agree that after Avengers Endgame, Marvel was never the same way it was before. It started off with movies that really were not relevant to the cinematic universe, such as movies like Black Widow, which are movies that should have came years before she already died. Between that and all these other projects that have been flops, such as Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania or Thor: Love and Thunder, and many other examples that I'm just not gonna name in this video. I think that a lot of people can agree with me when I say Marvel has kind of fallen off in terms of not just its quality, but its screenwriting. So I think this is something that the MCU desperately needs, and that's for Deadpool to step in here and say, let me show you guys how it's done. And tagging along a new buddy with him, or should I say an old friend, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. Still a teaser. Even though this is the official trailer for Deadpool and Wolverine, it really doesn't show us a super ton in terms of the overall story. I mean, it shows us more Hugh Jackman Wolverine scenes, and there's a couple of Easter eggs in there and cameos, such as Ant-Man's helmet, or even some of the other characters like Azur's or Lady Deathstrike from the prior Fox Universe characters. You do get hints to what type of Wolverine this is, or even where this is taking place, potentially in the Void. It doesn't really give us a super ton in terms of story. And that's good because from what I've heard from people who are doing test screenings for this movie, there's a lot more in this movie than what they're showing in the trailers. And they're keeping us a lot more hush-hush than even No Way Home. And I think that's great, especially from a trailer standpoint where everything nowadays just shows us everything. And that gets annoying really fast. And this is great marketing. Ryan Reynolds. I think the reason why this movie will do so well is in fact because of Ryan Reynolds. Even though Feige let him have a lot fly on this project, I think that Ryan Reynolds really advocated for quality in this movie, and the writing seems to be extremely clever so far. I love the jokes that they have in the trailer. It feels very Deadpoolish. They're not toning it down. They're not PG-fying this.
Oh. Whiskey dick of the claws. It's quite common in Wolverines over 40.
And I think that's something that they desperately needed. And again, Ryan Reynolds is taking this very seriously considering that he's had 2 shots before Deadpool. One was with Green Lantern where, I mean, despite what people say, I think he did relatively well. It was just a really bad movie. And X-Men Origins Wolverine where they made him entirely not Deadpool. So even though he's been redeemed as Deadpool, he still looks at this as a redemption. And I think with that motivation driving him, he's given this project his all. Hugh Jackman. When I first heard that they were bringing back Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, I had 3 thoughts. Number 1, I was really excited and jumped out of my chair and started dancing around. Number 2, I thought about it and was like, oh, what, how? And number 3 was, oh god, I'm scared of what they're going to do to this man, considering the fact that they've brought back characters before in the past and really have dumbed them down. And also, I really love the ending to Logan, so I didn't want them to change that at all. But thankfully, with this trailer as well, this is another variation of Wolverine. This is not the same Logan from the Fox universe. It's another variation, wearing a classic Wolverine suit, which gotta say, looks absolutely fantastic. Why didn't we get this sooner?
Let's fucking go.
And they're saving the mask for the movie. We've seen it in the marketing, but they're not showing it in the trailer, and I think that's also brilliant. I can't wait to see when he puts that mask on. But all in all, I can't wait to see how this version of Wolverine interacts with this version of Deadpool. Seems to be a little bit more rivalish in their characters, which is how it is in the comic books. And also I can't wait to see what they do with this variant of Wolverine and how he let down his, or supposedly let down his world, or if this is another variation. We never know. Marvel isn't dead. I think what these X-Men projects are showing us is that people can still get excited for Marvel projects if you're doing them correctly. X-Men 97 did have a lot of concern going into it because I didn't want them to ruin my childhood. But seeing it now is one of the better Marvel projects that we've had in a couple of years. And I know it's animation, so you can kind of get away with stuff like special effects and everything, but from a writing standpoint, that still gets me excited. Or even Deadpool, Wolverine. They're doing stuff that's getting me excited. And this shows that it's not superhero movie fatigue that's hitting Marvel. It's just bad movie fatigue. If we come out with more quality projects, like with what Deadpool and Wolverine are doing, or even X-Men 97, then Marvel, you are in fact not dead. And this is going to be your comeback.